Hey everyone, it's James with Rowe-Thrush. As you can see, things are a little bit different today. So today we will be interviewing John Schenk with Milton Industries. But before we get into that, I want to do a quick thank you to District 212 and their DSM, Vince Rufo. Thank you very much for having me on your team call this morning. Had a great time introducing you guys to the Rowe-Thrush SharePoint site. If you're not familiar with who Rowe-Thrush is, we're a manufacturer rep agency that represents just over 60 different suppliers into Granger, ranging from lighting and electrical, material handling, hand tools, pneumatics, safety and security, plumbing, and heating and air conditioning. We're a little different from most rep agencies where we specialize in Granger. We have lots of great resources available to the Granger sales force, such as segmented line cards, the Rowe-Thrush SharePoint site, and much, much more. And with that, welcome, John. Thank you for joining us today. How are you doing?
Very well. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, great. So before we get into Milton and who Milton Industries is, tell us a little bit about yourself, who you are, what you did before you came to Milton, and how long you've been with Milton.
Okay, great. Yeah, my name is John Schenk. I've been with Milton for a little over a year now. I spent 6 years as a manufacturer representative for an engine parts manufacturer. And I also spent about 3 years in the oil industry selling industrial lubricants and such.
Oh, great. Yeah. So you're familiar with manufacturer rep agencies and all that. So that's great that you got that little bit of history as well as knowledge of these types of products. So excellent. So before we get into Milton, one last question about you, and this is just so our audience gets to know who you are, and that is, what is your favorite movie and why?
Growing up, I was drawn to Clint Eastwood movies for whatever reason. And I would say that just the nostalgia and the whole Western scene was really intriguing to me. So I think like a movie like Outlaw, Josie Wales was probably one of my favorites. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I never really got into too much Western movies myself. I enjoy more of the sci-fi and horror type movies and some dramas and stuff like that. But obviously, everybody's seen The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. It's one of the more popular Western and Clint Eastwood movies. Clint Eastwood's a fabulous actor, great director as well. And there was a recent movie that I just heard about, and I can't remember it now. It was Cry Mucho or something like that. Something new that's coming out with him in it. And I watched the trailer and I was like, ooh, that looks really good. But also, really, what if Clint Eastwood's isn't good?
Yeah. Right.
So that's great. And actually, another Western that I like is Back to the Future 3. Although it's the least favorite of mine of the Back to the Future movies, but you also have Marty McFly playing as Clint Eastwood in the Wild Wild West. So.
Gotcha.
All right. So tell us a little bit about Milton, who they are, what they make, and a little bit about their history.
Okay, great. Yeah. Milton is a company that's been around for a long time, about 78 years. They are the leader in pneumatic tools and accessories. In 1957, Milton actually designed and created the most popular coupler, the M-style coupler. And since then, they've created many products, in the air tool industry that have been leading the industry for decades now. So
great. And where do they manufacture their products?
Almost 70% of the products that we offer are manufactured or assembled in our Chicago facility.
Yeah, and it's a great facility, old building, lots of history behind it. I remember I've been there many times actually, and was given a tour with Grainger, actually, and there's a basketball court hidden in the way back of the production line on another level, I think. And there's some story behind it. I forgot how the story went that Greg told me, but I think like the previous owners of the building or something like that, they actually put that in so that people so that his sons could play basketball, if I remember right.
Okay.
And today you guys are probably using it for storage or something, right?
Probably, yeah.
That's great. So manufacturer in the United States, the M-style coupler, and I got to say, actually, when we first started repping Milton, I was really interested and really excited because back in my automotive days, one of the first tools I ever bought, my boss took me out onto the Matco or Mac or Snap-on truck, whatever it was, and he said, "You need a tire inflator gauge." And he grabbed a Milton one. I don't know the part number off the top of my head, but it had a sight window to it, not the bayonet style. And I know that much. And he said, "You got to buy this. It's a little pricey compared to some of the other stuff you'll see, but this will last, and it's made in the US, and it's the best thing you can buy, and it'll last you forever." I was a mechanic for 11 years, and that thing lasted pretty much the entire time. I didn't know that there were rebuild kits or anything like that. If I had, I probably would have rebuilt it, and I'd still be using it today, but it stopped working. I threw it away. I bought some cheap knockoff of something or other off of a truck, and shortly within that time, it broke, actually. It actually broke before I stopped working on cars, but I knew I was going to quit, and I was like, I'm not buying a new one because I'm not going to be doing this anymore. Yeah. So, but I do have a Milton one now, thanks to John and Milton. They've sent me one, so I use that all the time myself.
Good.
So great. So about Milton, what customer segments can these products be used in?
So we service a wide variety of industries: manufacturing, food and beverage, transportation, of course, construction, oil and gas, government, military, and aerospace.
Excellent. Yeah. So anybody that needs to use that has an air compressor, uses some form of pneumatics, you guys most likely have a product that can help out those customers. Correct.
Yeah.
Excellent. And what customer business issues, or CBIs as Grainger likes to call it, can Milton products help solve?
Definitely long-term cost savings. Milton is not the cheapest product, on the market, but very competitive. But always, when you look at an investment, you look at the long term, and as far as the product life and quality, these products are built to last, and like you've experienced, you'll get a long life out of a Milton product. So you will see the long-term cost savings when you buy Milton. Productivity, the tighter tolerances that we manufacture our products to equals less wear, less failures, and less downtime, which produces a higher output and better efficiency. I would say also sustainability and safety. Many of our products now have safety in mind when we design them, and we're proud. We're very proud of that.
And safety is actually one of the more important CBIs with Grainger. Obviously, people's personal safeties, PPE, and other products that can help protect people are of the utmost importance. So let's expand a little bit more upon that. Specifically, what products of yours are safety-minded or OSHA compliant that you can talk about?
So a lot of our products, like our safety exhaust couplers, our push button safety coupler, those are designed specifically to keep the technician safe, as well as about a dozen of our blowguns are OSHA compliant. So when you look at those two factors, our products really fit well for a facility that's trying to maintain a high level of safety for their employees.
Yeah, and with those blowguns, you have ones that have multiple tips too.
We do.
Correct. So if you need a rubber tip or an OSHA compliant tip. You can actually swap them out depending on your needs.
Correct. This is a 148 lever style blowgun, and it comes with non-marring rubber tip, and there's also another tip that you can replace it with for different airflows. So this is a product that's well known in the industry, and it's a great product.
Yeah, nice and small, not too big and bulky. You guys also have the small little pocket style ones that are like pen shaped, marker,
Right.
sized, if you will, too. So
Yep.
lots of great products there. All right. So you mentioned safety couplers, though, and you have a couple here to go over. So can you show us and
Sure.
talk to us about that safety coupler?
Sure. This is our new industrial grade G style coupler. It's a 1/2 inch high flow, heavy duty style coupler. One of the largest aerospace manufacturers actually uses these in their facility, which kind of speaks to the quality standard that we manufacture these to. So basically what this product does, it's a safety product, and it dissipates the air and eliminates that dangerous whipping action that you get when you disconnect your air tool. So how it works is when you pull this sleeve down, that dissipates the air, and you're able to safely remove that tool without it whipping or hitting something or hurting someone. So it's a heavy duty, robust industrial product, and we're really excited about this getting to market.
Yeah, and it looks like it's got rubber O-rings around it. Is that to protect the coupler itself from damage?
It is. It'll give it additional protection if this falls or it's tossed on the ground. It's a new design that we created, and like I said, we're really excited about it.
Excellent. Now, that product is unfortunately not in Grainger yet. You would have to go through Grainger sourcing, but also some of these items may actually be hidden on Grainger.com, and we'll talk a little bit more about that in a little bit. You have another item here, the 5-in-1 universal coupler. Tell us a little bit about that.
Sure. This is our 5-in-1 universal coupler. So it takes all the major styles of plugs. So, very versatile product. It's a safety product, and I brought this along just to kind of show you guys how compatible it is to all the different styles of plugs: A style, T, M style. So it's a product that's designed the same way. So when you pull the sleeve back, dissipates the air, eliminating that dangerous whipping action, and takes 5 different styles of plugs. So it's a great product, versatile product, and made in the USA.
Excellent. And the hose whip action that you talk about, I've actually seen it before. I've seen it personally myself. I've also seen other people, other mechanics. I've even seen it where it's whipped and it's actually nicked a car and scratched it, unfortunately, as well. So great solution right there to help prevent injuries with people. So thank you for sharing that with us. So what other types of couplers do you guys have to offer? You have these universal ones. You mentioned earlier that Milton created actually the M style coupler. Do you have other styles and sizes available?
We do. We offer the A style, T, V, L style, the P, H, and G style. So a wide range, of couplers and plugs to suit whatever needs your facility has.
Great. Now, getting into hose reels, what different styles of hose reels do you guys have to offer?
So we have the standard black automotive hose reels. We have the red heavy duty industrial hose reels, and we've recently launched a stainless steel hose reel for industrial applications, manufacturing, environments where corrosion, where you want to avoid corrosion. So that 304 stainless steel will be well suited for those environments.
Excellent. And it's actually on the screen right here for you all to see. You can see the entire unit itself is made with stainless steel. So This will last in those highly corrosive environments, manufacturing facilities, food and beverage, pharmaceuticals. So anybody that has those types of customers that are interested in this is such a brand new item that we just begun discussions with adding it into Grainger. So in the meantime, you would have to go through Grainger sourcing for this product. So, the stainless steel you mentioned and your other hose reels, do they come empty or do they come with air hoses on them?
Yeah, we offer them a variety of different ways. You can get them blank and add whatever hose that you want for whatever particular application you're working on, or we can make them to order. So 2 options for hose. We have the EPDM rubber hose, which is very durable, well known in the industry, and we have our newer ULR hose. It's an ultra lightweight rubber. It's a product that's 40% lighter than the traditional style of hoses, a wide range of temperatures that it functions under, from -50 to 190 degrees, very oil, chemical, and ozone resistant to wear, and kink resistant as well. It's really the highest performing hose on the market right now.
Sounds like it. Sounds like a hose I wish I had back in the day, because we were changing hoses out all the time. They were kinking all the time, just lots of issues back in my day. And actually, I might have to talk to you later about a hose, because my current hoses that I have are getting kind of old. So.
We could probably work something out.
So actually, another question about the hoses. Why would somebody pick the EPDM over the, what was it, ULR?
ULR.
And why would somebody pick the ULR over the EPDM? So what are some of the pros and cons between each one of those?
Sure. So the EPDM rubber is a heavier rubber altogether in terms of weight. It does wear. It's not as resistant to chemicals, contamination, heat, things like that, whereas the ULR hose is designed for the most extreme conditions: heat, UV rays, chemical contamination, and it's very kink resistant. That's kind of the main differences between the two. The EPDM has been around for a long time.
Yeah.
Everybody knows that. It's a durable hose, but you just get several other benefits when you go to the ULR hose, including that it's 40% lighter.
Yeah, no, and it's amazing to think that it's lighter and yet it's more heavy duty. You wouldn't think that. Right. You would think the thicker, heavier duty one, or the thicker and heavier one, would be more anti-corrosive and all of that. So
it's a newer technology. It's a hybrid rubber, and it performs as well as a hose can perform, in the market right now.
Great. So we got a couple more questions, but I want to quickly shout out to the audience. Start getting in your questions now for the live Q&A afterwards, because there is a little bit of a lag. So just start getting those in now. So tell me more about the new, well, you already did tell us about the safety couplers. Right. So tell us a little bit about your number one selling tire inflator gauge, the S522.
Yeah, so the S522 has been around for a long time. That's another heavy duty constructed, made in the USA product, well known in the heavy duty truck repair industry. It comes with a dual head to access those tough to reach inner dually tires, as well as you can replace the valve, gauge cartridge, and hose whips. So it's a product that you can have for many years if you maintain it and make those necessary replacements when needed.
Yeah, and I wish I knew that there were replacement parts. Otherwise, I'd probably still have my original Milton tire inflator gauge that I bought in, what was that? 1999, I think, was when I bought it, maybe 1998. But I'd probably still have it today if I knew about the rebuild kits. Yeah. So that's your number one selling item, which does have a Grainger SKU. I thought I had it written down, but I don't, so I can't say what the SKU is, but look up S-522 on Grainger.com and you will find this inflator gauge that he's talking about, the number one seller. Do you have any other new inflator gauges that you've come out with since the old style technology?
We do. We have several different styles of digital inflator gauges, and this is a 568. Comes with a digital inflator, the EPDM hose whip, and a Euro chuck. So we also have several others in this family that have different style chucks based on whatever your fleet style that you're servicing. So we got a kind of a product to meet every style vehicle and what needs you have.
Meet all needs. Yeah, that's great that you have all the different style chucks available. Do you also have that for the types of people like myself that would prefer an analog style gauge?
We do. We still offer the analogs, the pencil style, the traditional service gauges, and the digital.
Excellent. Great. All right. So with that, I'm going to open it up to questions that people may have. So I'm looking here. I am not seeing any questions just yet. We got Mark Winters from Rowe-Thrush. He just commented about what the Grainger SKU is. So it is 51 E as in Edward, P as in Paul, 63. So anybody that's interested in that gauge, please look it up. And actually, while we wait for any more comments to come in, I want to make a announcement too about Milton. If you are to go on to Grainger.com right now and type in Milton and search by the brand, you will come up with about 15 or 18 SKUs. They're all going to be tire inflator gauges, and that's all you will see. We actually have over 800 SKUs that are hidden on Grainger.com right now, from couplers to hose reels, hoses, pencil style gauges like John was talking about, tons and tons, FRLs, that's filter regulators and lubricators, components and accessories, just all types of products available that are hidden. And unless you know the Grainger SKU or the manufacturer model number, you will not be able to find them. So if you are interested in getting a list of those 800 SKUs that are hidden, reach out to John, myself, or anybody else from Rowe-Thrush, and we'll be more than happy to share that list with you so that you can start selling more Milton products with your customers.
I just wanted to take an opportunity also to thank all the salespeople from Grainger. I know you guys do a lot out there that goes unnoticed, but I wanted to personally thank you guys and offer myself as a resource to you. If you ever have any questions about the product line, how to grow our line with one of your customers, I'd be more than happy to help you out anytime. So just reach out on LinkedIn. I think my email is on there too. So happy to work with you guys and thank you for what you do.
All right. Well, I am not seeing any questions come in, so I guess we did a good job if nobody's got any questions. So with that, I want to wrap things up here. So I just want to do a quick reminder that both a video recording and audio recording of this live stream will be available on the Rowe-Thrush SharePoint site. Here after this live stream, you'll be able to view and download those files. And our next live stream will be October 8th. And the supplier we will be interviewing on that day is currently unknown. We have a number of suppliers we have reached out to schedule them, but nobody has taken that time slot just yet. So we have that opening, and we will have an announcement eventually about who that supplier will be. And if we don't have a supplier to fill in, we'll have a special video just for you guys for that date. So with that, thank you, John, for coming up here to Rowe-Thrush and visiting us here for our live stream. And thank you, everybody, for watching us. I hope you all have a great weekend.
Been a pleasure.